Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to our Saturday morning mindfulness meditation session. It's wonderful to be back here with you today. And just had a beautiful smudge here. Just taking in the aroma of this beautiful sacred medicine. This wonderful aroma of sage and very, very sacred medicine, clearing the space, clearing our aura, and just removing anything negative out of the way here. I'll give you a little virtual smudge here as well. So let's embody. Just turn your palms facing up to Father Sky and allow your body to merge with Mother Earth, with Shkakmakwe. And again, as you gently close your eyes, just greet your breath and begin to notice every in-breath and every out-breath. Notice how the breath moves in through the nostrils and how the breath leaves the body. Soften your shoulders, let it fall. Soften your belly. Relinquish all external stuff and bring all of who you are into this beautiful present moment. Being able to be quiet and just to sit quietly with ourselves is such a gift and such a blessing. Our bodies, mind, spirit, and soul yearns for this. And we're moving into number 12 of healing the soul. And today I want to shed light a little bit on the indigenous soul. I'm indigenous from Cape Town, South Africa, and I am surrounded by indigenous Anishinaabe, Cree, and Ojibwe peoples around me. My husband is Mi'kmaq. He has an indigenous soul. And I was sitting in meditation and contemplating, and I was thinking about all the elders and the sages and healers that came into my life and taught me. And so from the deepest part of my being, I already know the indigenous soul. As I said, I am indigenous from Cape Town, South Africa. I think I was 3 years old, playing in my backyard in South Africa, and that day everything was quiet. The older people didn't say much. There was a lot of tension. I could feel it in my little body. It was the time of the Sharpeville massacre. I was scared. And I went into the back of the house where I always played on Mother Earth and with the sand and nature. And I remember pushing my little hands into the soil, deep into the soil, deep into Mother Earth. And I sat there. And then I felt this immense peace and love, but more so connection. And I realized then that my spirit, my soul is connected to the soul of creation, to the soul of the universe. My elder taught me that was my first greatest teaching, indigenous teaching. And so I came across these words and I'm not sure about the author, but I know that the author quotes Herman Hesse, and I know the work of Herman Hesse, Dr. Herman Hesse. And this beautiful writer wrote that the indigenous soul lives close to the ground, to the moss, to the river and the loon. It moves in springs of wind, is close to the breath of coyotes. It is scratched on the rock walls around the planet, is seen dancing around firelight, and is heard in the stories told under the canopy of stars. The indigenous soul is the thread of our humanness, woven inextricably with the world, where all things meet and exchange the vitality that is life. There is soul. And my whole body trembled with delight as I read those words, and it was like my soul recognized that everything is in everything. Everything is connected, and we are all connected. Let's sit with that today. Just noticing your breath, noticing every in-breath and every out-breath. It is so profound to know that we are never alone, that we never have to wander in the valley of dry bones, even in our own sadness. That's the language of the soul, not in our happiness. But the minute we step out into creation and into the vastness of the life that resides with and around us, we are soul. We are connected to soul. As my elder Julie taught, everything has life and soul. Go to the tree, she used to say, Teresa, go hug a tree. Leave the sadness that you carry or the fear that you carry, leave it with that tree. Ask the tree to take care of it. Go sit by the water, by the nibi. Let that water and nibi wash over you and take what you're carrying that you do not need. And every time I did that, I knew that connection, that not being alone, that everything is going to be okay, that the soul whispers that no matter what. Everything changes. As Buddha says, anicca. Anicca, everything changes all the time. And so if everything changes all the time, we never have to worry. But the soul is always the soul. She's always there in creation, in the universe, in others, and in ourselves. The soul is boundless light. Today, this weekend, next week, as we continue to do your soul work, let that light shine. For as my Madiba Nelson Mandela said, when we let our light shine, our boundless light shine, we give others permission to do the same. And I do this week after week, even if just a few people comment, it's okay. But I do it to share that boundless light and to feel your boundless light for those of you that give me feedback. And that's all it is. Souls wanting to be connected with love, kindness, joy, forgiveness. So let's take that last few breaths. So now slowly and gently begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing new life into them. And then just move your head around and get a sense of where you are. Wow. Just sharing those words again with you just ignited something so profoundly powerful here in me. So thank you everyone for sharing your beautiful practice and your energy with me. It's always an honor. Have a beautiful rest of this glorious day and weekend, and take all of this you and apply it to your day-to-day life. Namaste. I honor you. I honor spirit in you. Aho.